about this time, there's this like orchestral swell of music.
I don't.
Dun, 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 and like drumming going.
Dun, dun,
Yeah, like that. And then the gong. Gong. And then we say, hey, everybody, this is Dave. Pulp Valley. Hi, guys. Got about 5 minutes before the official start. We'll be going live here very shortly. I don't even think I have my microphone on. I bet you were hearing most of that, though. There we go. That's better. Who all's on here? I don't know. How can I see who's actually on here? We have D.W. Lowe. We have Mark Duval. We have E.S. Taylor. We have Neil Morgan. Hi, guys. Thank you for jumping on here with us. Thank you so much. Manny Marino. Manny Marino. Manny, hopefully I have a new document to send to you soon. Are you up for it? Are you up for more work? Michael G.W. Rules is here. We have David Meisner. Hey, Mr. Meisner. My good neighbor is over here. He's got his feet up at home, sipping his tea, his hot tea. Lewis is on here. Mortis 005 from the far off land of Utah is on here tonight. Sounds good, Manny says. Very cool. Boys and girls, we are trying to get stuff packed up for y'all. We're trying to get stuff packed up so we can start doing some shipping. We're going to be talking about the official start is in about 2 minutes. So I better stop blathering because then I'm going to give away all the stuff that we're going to talk about. And I shouldn't do that. So I got to come up with something else to talk about for the next 2 minutes. What would you guys like to see as our next book? So, and it's not like I don't have like a really long list. I think before Pulp Alley was even released, and this goes back to what, 2013 or something like that. Even before we released our very first book, we were writing a big long list of the other books that we wanted to do. So a lot of possibilities out there. And one thing I'm going to throw out there to y'all, if I have somebody out there that would be interested in updating some of our older books for second edition, I could probably use some help with that as well. It's not really a full rewrite, but you would be able to maybe go through it and make sure it's up to date for second edition. Perilous Island and Lemuria definitely stand out as two that I would like to have updated for second edition first. So if somebody out there feels like they are I need you to be pretty comfortable with the Pulp Alley rules. Not that you couldn't ask me questions and things like that, but if I have to spend too much time on it, then I might as well do it myself. I don't mean that in a bad way, but hopefully you understand what I mean by that. We're going to go live in about 1 minute. So if somebody out there would like to try their hand at something like that, let me know. Eventually, I would like to update all of our first edition books. So to second edition. One, I would like to update them to the format. Oh, look at that, boys and girls. It's a characters book in the flesh. Are we going to try and do a giveaway? Bessy? We didn't really get much of a chance to discuss it, did we? What's the word? She has to say yes now because she's in front of y'all and there's no way she'll say no now.
I'm fine with it.
So we're going to give away our very first ever printed copy of of the characters book.
I guess if you don't want it.
Did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear that? What do you think? Nobody wants it. Nobody wants this one. No. Nobody wants this one. So this is the very first printed copy.
Hey.
What?
It's 8 o'clock. You should.
Hey everybody, this is Dave here at Pulp Alley, and I am here with the world's most dangerous Bessy.
Hello.
We're trying to get stuff packed up for y'all so we can start shipping some things off to you for the Kickstarter. So we're hard at work trying to get everything finished out so we can start getting things shipped. So several things to go over tonight. Do we have Marty Devine on here? Has anybody seen Mr. Devine? Vaughn B is on here. Thank you so much for being here, sir. I don't see a Marty. Anyway, for those of you that joined us last time and those of you that didn't, Marty is talking about hosting another Zoom meeting for Pulp Alley players and miniatures painters. If you'd like to, sit in on a call, he's talking about doing it on Saturday at 8 p.m. Central, I believe. But if it's something you'd like to do, keep an eye out on the Pulp Alley Players group on the Facebook, and get more details there. If you joined us last time, it's a hoot and a half to just sit around and jibber jabber about old games that we've played and old miniatures and some of our inspiration. And if you want to, you can also take that time to paint up a couple miniatures or two or one, just depending on how quick you are, I guess. But you don't have to paint it. I sat on there last time, the last call that we did, the last Zoom thing we did. And it was a lot of fun and got to know a bunch of our players and things like that. And I didn't paint at all. And I probably won't paint this time either. I'll probably just sit and package up figures because really that's what I need to be spending my time doing is getting stuff ready for you guys. So if you have any interest in Marty's Zoom meeting, make sure you kind of keep tabs on the Facebook page, and hopefully it'll happen. Let's see. There were a few questions this week on. Do we have any questions from the boys and girls?
Not yet.
Hey Kenneth, thank you so much for jumping on here, buddy. If y'all do have any rules questions, be sure and ask them. You can type your questions into the chat. So just moments before we went live, we were talking about possibly giving this book away. This is the very first copy of the characters book, and it's probably different than all the others will be. There are a few things that I don't think measure up, so I will probably make a few changes to the book. One, this has a really beautiful matte finish to it, but
that does not match.
I don't. It just. I thought I would try it and give it a look, and I'm just not really. I've tried it a couple times, and I think I prefer the glossy. So the production versions I'll be going to glossy for the production versions. This is cool, mind you, but it's not. I don't know. I just feel weird about it being different than the other books. So I'm gonna switch to glossy. Also, it had been a while since I had put a book together, so I think some of the spacing needs to be adjusted ever so slightly. I realize that it's because I work so close with this stuff, things that aren't right sometimes just glare at me, and I can't quite stand it. So I'll probably have to make a few adjustments to a few little things. So this book will be different than all the others. This will be a unique book. And I'm tired of looking at it. So if one of you wants it, come and get it. No, that's not how we do it, is it?
No, we're going to be doing a drawing.
A drawing. A drawing.
Uh-huh.
So don't enter by putting words into the chat, because that's not how we're going to do this. When this video is over, then you'll need to go in and put a comment in on the actual video, and that will get you entered. And then you do need to be a subscriber. You do need to be a subscriber to be considered as a winner for this. So make sure you are a subscriber to our channel. And what oh, that's all I want to talk about it right now. We'll talk about it a little bit more. There's going to be maybe a special phrase or keyword that they have to type into the comments, and that way we know that you're actually wanting to enter the drawing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what should we? Okay. Anyway, we'll leave that for now. We'll come back to it in just a minute because I want to talk about these rules questions. Do we have anything from anybody? Wants to be a supervillain. Oh, E.S. Taylor. You do it. You live your dream, E.S. Taylor. I have the Matt Mini rule book. Love it. Well. Mm-hmm.
Lewis did want to know when the book would be available in the store.
I don't know. How would I? Heck if I know.
The PDF is already there.
The PDF is already there. What else should I say?
Probably by after we start sending with the Kickstarter.
Yes.
Then we'll.
I'm sorry, Lewis. I can't be more specific, but honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing. So, we won't put it available on the store, as Bessy said, until we start sending them out to prospective Kickstarter backers. So that's our priority, is taking care of the Kickstarters first. And then once that is taken care of, and honestly, I can't give you a date because I don't know how long it's going to take me, nor do I know how long it's going to take once we order our production copies of the book, because, things move a little bit slower, not only this time of year, but because of the pandemic apocalypse that's going on somewhere. I don't know. So I wish I could be less specific, but there's no way I can be any less specific than that.
Nailed it.
I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm doing. I just make it up as I go, brother. Take pity on an old fat man. All right, here we go. Here are a few quick rules questions. Can you pre-measure in Pulp Alley? And the verdict says
yes.
Yes. Yeah. And it's one of those things that we really put some thought to. Did we want to allow people to pre-measure, or did we want to make it one of those, got to guess where you're going and that sort of thing? And in the end, we felt like that sort of rule actually made the game slower than if you just pre-measure what you're going to do and do what you want to do. There's so many decisions that players make in Pulp Alley that are important. That doesn't need to be one of them. Who can guess the distance and that sort of thing? So,
yeah.
Pshaw. So pre-measure to your heart's content. It's not a big deal. It means nothing. Is there a hand limit for fortune cards? No, there is not. You can hold as many fortune cards as you can hold. That's not the limit either. You could hold them in your mouth or stick them under your hat or whatever. I think in most cases, the cards get used fairly often. New players sometimes struggle with using cards, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
If you end a game of Pulp Alley and nobody used any cards, it's not a big deal. Don't make it, oh, my players don't know how to use their cards, After they play a little bit and start understanding the game, then they will understand, how to use those cards a little bit better. It's just not that big a deal. So if, players have a handful of cards, then so be it. There are plenty of games that I forget to use my cards. I'm having so much fun just playing the game. It's not like I'm sitting there all that worried about whether or not I got 7 cards in my hand. Big deal. So there is no limit. Can Pulp Alley be used for spec ops games, G.I. Joe? And absolutely. Anything that's an adventure game is really good with Pulp Alley. We love doing it for spy-fi, James Bond sort of scenarios and things like that. So I guess during the pre 8 o'clock blather, one of the things that I said was, what book would you guys like to see? So if anybody has something that you would like us to work on, or a book that you would like to see for Pulp Alley, then you ought to let us know about it. You know, do you want to see a Cthulhu specific book? Do you want to see a World War II, or do you want to see what? A Western campaign? Or
romance.
Romance, you know, and interestingly enough, romance stories were a fairly significant part of the old pulp magazines, believe it or not, and they were often referred to as spicy tales.
Oh, spicy.
What else do we need to go over tonight? Let's see. So, what's our code? What's our code word?
Spicy.
Spicy. Should it just be maybe just characters? Characters book?
Characters special edition. Characters kind of boring, but
characters book.
Characters book.
You can do that. It's 2 words.
Oh well, that's super spicy.
Spicy. Well, they can spice it up as long as they say include characters book in their comment. And remember, not in the chat. Don't type it in right now. Don't type in characters book and think that you're going to be entered into the drawing, because you're not. You've got to post on this video in the comments section after this video is posted and up on the YouTube, and then and I don't know that you can do that while the video is actually going. And then everybody that types in, are we going to go with characters book?
Yeah.
Do you have anything?
I don't have anything spicier at the moment, so that's what we'll go with. Characters book.
Salsa. Rico Suave. Okay. So, characters book is the code word. You must leave a comment that says characters book. And everybody that leaves a comment, if you are a subscriber, you got to be a subscriber to our lovely YouTube channel to be entered. If you're a subscriber and you enter a comment that says characters book, you will be entered into the drawing. And when are we going to do the drawing? Next week? Next Thursday?
Next Thursday.
Next Thursday. Next Thursday, we will do the drawing live right here. We will reach into a pith helmet and pull a name out.
Uh-oh.
And that person will be the lucky winner.
Of a signed copy?
Well, I'm not going to sign it without you asking for it to be signed. So if you are the winner, you may request to have it signed by Bessy.
Oh, I don't think they want my name.
So, what else do we have to go over, sweetheart? Oh, there's so many miniatures to package up. So I wish somebody would come over and help with this. Could I get a couple of you to come over and help a little out?
Well, they were going to come and steal the book.
Help a brother out once in a while here.
Maybe if you made some chili, they'd come.
I'll make a pot of chili. Everybody that comes to help me package miniatures will get a bowl of chili. No problem. And I make a damn good chili, by the way. Tell them.
You make a damn good chili.
And she doesn't even like chili, but she likes my chili.
That is categorically untrue.
All right, what else do we have to go over tonight?
I don't know.
Do we have any comments from our boys and girls?
Tons.
Oh, signature, sure. Just pay for my cross-Atlantic flight. Oh no, Bon. I know you're rolling in the big pounds. You got the big money. You got them British sterling silvers or whatever they call them.
Smooth.
So I know you got more money than I do, Mr. Vaughn. Jonathan Williams says, if I was in the area, absolutely. In New York, though. Oh, you guys. Let's see what Mr. Greenhill says here. David Lowe says, Michael Greenhill, meet you in OKC and we'll head north. Come on, boys. It's chilly. It's chilly time. Hey, that reminds me. If you have not been joining us on Sundays, you ought to be. Tell them about what's happening on Sundays, Bessy.
We're doing live games.
Live games.
This campaign.
It's a campaign. A live games. You know, you see skirmish games out there that are all edited up and all chopped up and you know that they spent hours and hours playing, and then they chop it down to this little bite-sized nugget.
Not us.
We give you the full enchilada,
the full Monty,
the full frontal Monty,
warts and all.
What?
Warts and all.
Warts.
You forget, a dog on fire didn't have any fire.
It didn't. And we make mistakes all the time. We're not perfect, it's all about the fun. It's all about the joy of sitting and spending an hour or so. Most of the games are at least an hour and a half. Occasionally, the videos will get up to about 2 hours. Very, very rare will we have anything go over 2 hours.
It has been known to happen.
It has. Because sometimes Bessy gets a little chatty.
Uh-huh. You're going to throw your back out.
Oh, I hurt my back today. Anyway, I guess that's all I have to do then. Is there anything else we need to go over, sweetheart? Don't forget, you got to come back and put a comment on the video, and it's got to say super spicy enchiladas, I believe what was the code word again?
Characters book.
Characters book, not super spicy enchilada.
Although, if you put super spicy enchilada.
And then write characters book, and try to make sure you join us next Thursday too, so that we're ready to do the drawing, and we will have one winner because we only have the one book. Is that it for tonight?
I think so.
Okay. No questions from anybody? Thank you guys so much for jumping on here with us tonight. I hope you're excited. I hope good luck to everybody. I know everybody's raring to say, Dave, shut up so I can go put my comment on there. Okay, fine. I'll shush. I'll shush it. Roll credits. Cue the music. The orchestra standing by. Bessy?
I don't remember what we were singing.
Good night, everybody. Thank you for playing along. Good night, everybody.